Hey guys, what's up? It's iFlynn here, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can take part in Operation Scarlet Spear, the event that was added into Warframe a day ago. So I've been playing Scarlet Spear for about 10 hours now, so I've learned the hard way what to do and what not to do. Hopefully this video helps you understand the do's and don'ts of the Operation Scarlet Spear event. But starting off here in your ship, what you want to do is head over to navigation and then go to Earth. On Earth, you can see that you've got a Scarlet Spear relay. You want to go ahead and press on that, and you want to choose the relay that has the lowest amount of Murex driven away. So I've got Scarlet Spear 60. I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and implying we are able to go in here and it's not bugged, then this will be the relay that we play on. Now you want to make sure that the relay that you choose is the relay that you stay on until the Murex driven away reaches 100 or the timer runs out, and I'll show you what I mean whenever we get into this relay. So I'll show you what I mean whenever we get there. Alright, so I'm in the Operation Scarlet Spear relay, the one that we are hovering over in the ship, and as you can see, it says Murex driven away 12 out of 100, and we also have a time limit over here that says 1 hour 58 minutes, so luckily this is pretty much a fresh relay. This usually lasts for 3 hours, I think. I might be wrong, but getting the Murex all the way up to 100 is basically your objective, and you need to do both the ground mission and the railjack mission to get that done, right? So the people here doing the railjack mission, they can't do their job unless there is also people doing the ground mission, because the two sort of have to interact with one another to progress the progress in the railjack one, right? So the ground mission, which is the one over here, the blue icon, the one on the right hand side, these guys are going to be sending what are called kill codes to the people who are doing the railjack missions, which you access by going over to this console on the left hand side. These guys are going to be receiving the kill codes, and they're going to be fighting off sentient enemies. So what you have to do first is you want to come over to Little Duck over here, talk to her, go down to trade, and then you want to get the uplink for 1,000 credits, purchase that, and then go out of there, pause the game, go to equipment, go to arsenal, go to your gear wheel tab, and then make sure that you've got the uplink equipped on there, because you're going to need to set this down in both of the missions, right? You're going to need this for the ground mission, and you're also going to need this for the railjack mission to make any type of progress and to even enter the mission. So from that point on, basically what you do is you have to make your mind up which you want to do. Do you want to do the ground mission, or do you want to do the railjack mission? And it's going to depend on whether or not you have a group of people to play with, at least in my opinion. If you don't have a group of people to play with, I recommend doing the ground mission, because the ground mission is very, very, very easy. All you have to do is play a buffer Warframe, so you can play the likes of Chroma, Rhino, Mirage if it's daytime, and then you could maybe even throw a defensive or CC Warframe into the mix there, and you have to shoot this big raid-like boss enemy who just kind of sits there and does nothing. He doesn't attack you or anything like that, but he's gonna reveal an orb, and you have to shoot this orb until you deal a certain amount of damage. Then he's going to become immune again. You have to kill all the enemies around you, and then rinse and repeat until he runs out of health. Then whenever he runs out of health, you have to place your uplink down and defend your uplinks until the timer runs out, basically, and you've filled up the little progression bar, right? And then that is basically the ground mission done. You can do it for a maximum of 17 times in one run. You want to make sure that you do it the 17 times if you can every single run, because that way you're going to maximize the amount of Scarlet Spear credits that you get. So, you know, of course, if you're maximizing the amount of Scarlet Spear credits that you get, you're going to get as many rewards as you want. And speaking of the rewards, let's go ahead and take another look at Little Duck. We talk to her, we go to trade, we can see that we have the Seti Lacera, which is just a better version of the Lacera. We've got the Basmu, which is a pretty crappy sentient weapon. I've got it, and I'm not a big fan of it. We've got the Stensformer Blueprint. Again, I'm going to leave getting these until last. I've got the Ballroom Simulacrum. I've already picked this here up. We've got these Clan Sigils, which, you know, are going to change up how they look based on the clan that you're in and their sigil. I think that one's upside down for me, so I'm gonna have to flip that or something. We've got the Murex console, a cosmetic for your ship, and an Earth console, and then we have a bunch of arcanes right here. The arcanes that you see in this console right now, there's going to be more added at a later date whenever they've made sure that there's no exploits or anything like that there present within Scarlet Spear. So by the time that you start playing Scarlet Spear, this could be a far more filled up reward table here on Little Duck, instead of just these really basic arcanes, because you know, I've got a plethora of all these arcanes, and I could probably farm up like a decent amount of these arcanes pretty efficiently just from doing eidolons as well. So, you know, nothing right here is too enticing to me to sort of invest a lot of time into Scarlet Spear, but I'm going to be stockpiling my credits in case they do add in the likes of like Arcane Energize or something at a later date. So yeah, that's a thing. But besides that, we want to talk about the Railjack mission as well. The Railjack mission, in my opinion, is more efficient and way more fun. In the Railjack mission, you basically want to have a squad, and one person is going to be flying their Railjack and carrying this little satellite. You want to bring the satellite in front of the big sentient ship, which is called a Murex, and then you want to get off your ship after you park it in below the Murex, or like right inside of it, because if you park it right inside of it, then it's not going to take any damage from any of the cruise ships or the fighters that are flying around. You want to park it up beside that Murex, and then you get out of your ship, you go inside the Murex, and you go to the point that is marked within the ship. Then you want to place your uplink down and defend it from the sentient enemies that are spawning in that ship, and then you just wait for the progress bar to fill up, go back to your ship, and then rinse and repeat that. You can do it a total of 5 times in one run. Realistically, the only fail condition in either of the missions is if all of your uplinks get destroyed. Like, you could be playing in a group of 4, right? So yourself and 3 other people, and then your uplink could get destroyed, but the 3 other people will still have their uplinks available. You can still progress the mission that way, but if all of your uplinks get destroyed, that's going to be the mission over. In the Railjack mission, if you let the satellite get destroyed, that's going to be the mission over. Whenever you place it in front of the Murex ship, it's going to be invulnerable as well, so you don't have to worry about protecting it while you're protecting the uplinks, thankfully. But whenever your uplinks are done doing their thing, the satellite is going to become damageable again, so make sure that you get into your Railjack quickly, you kill all the sentient enemies that are within the ship, and then you start facing that little satellite as fast as possible, just to make sure that it doesn't get one shot by a cruise ship or something, because I've had instances where I was like just right beside the satellite, and it just became vulnerable to damage, and then it instantly got one shot by a cruise ship because there's too many enemies just flying around it. So you want to make sure that you are looking at it to pick it up as soon as it becomes damageable again. That way you're not going to you know, be forced out of the mission because you have no more satellite. There is a few bugs that I want you guys to be aware of as well. So in the Railjack mission, for example, your UI can become bugged and it's not going to show you where the satellite is, so you can spend time flying around trying to find it. In the Earth mission, for example, your progression can just stop, preventing you from, you know, progressing the mission whatsoever. So you just have to force extract, and there's just a few bugs in both of the missions which force you to force extract, which pretty much really sucks, just to be frank. But other than that, your goal is to do either of those missions as much as possible to get on top of these leaderboards. So you can see that we've got the kill code senders. That's going to be your ground mission. In this relay that I'm in right now, we have Warhammer Nerd. He's got 1,890 points. And then we also have Kill Code Receivers, which is the guys in the Railjack missions. We've got D Gang J, and he's got 1,230 points. Now, the more you do the mission, the more Murex that you fend off, or the more codes that you send, the more points you're going to get. And of course, the more points you get, the higher your rank is going to be within any given relay for either of those missions, right? So if I go ahead and I pause my game, I go to communication, I go to inbox, we can see that you get like a little badge for participating within one of the mission types, right? So if I go to this message right here with a little duck, I've got Scarlet Spear Murex 1 emblem, and I've got number 3. So this is the one run that I did where I played Railjack missions more or less non-stop. So I got the rank 3, and theoretically I was supposed to get 10,000 credits from that. But because I jumped into a new relay after I did the 100 Murex, it for some reason reset my progress, and I only ended up getting 2,000 Scarlet Spear credits. And then I jumped into another relay, I did a few missions, I stayed within that relay and didn't jump into another one, and then I ended up getting 6,000 Scarlet Spear credits just because I have, you know, one emblem for the Railjack one, and then one emblem for the what's it called, the grind mission as well. So what I would recommend if you want to maximize your runs and get as many credits as possible is alternate between the two. Do like one railjack mission, then do one grind mission, one railjack, one grind, and in that way it sort of ensures that you have, you know, at least the grind and the railjack emblem, and in that way you're more likely, from my experience, to get the bonus credits. Like sometimes it's inconsistent and stuff like that, but this is just what I found to work whenever it comes to farming this. So you get these bonus credits. Of course, you get credits per every single mission that you complete, but these bonus credits are going to be what makes the grind a lot easier for you. The thing is, to get these, you have to make sure that you stay in the same relay, right? Like you cannot jump out of the relay and go into another one whenever you kill all 100 Murex, and you can't jump into another relay whenever the timer isn't running out for the relay that you're in, right? So if we go up to the console over here, right? Let's say, for example, everybody in this relay kill all 100 Murex. Like I can't go to another relay to continue playing this, because if it's 100 out of 100, I can't do either grind or railjack missions again. So it's basically time gated in that sense, where you have to wait for the timer to run out, for the fleet to go away, and then you have to wait for them to sort of respawn in again. Whenever this timer runs out, that's whenever you're going to get your bonus credits. So if you're playing and you do like a ton of railjack missions and a ton of grind missions, and then your Murex gets driven away to 100, do not, and I repeat, do not jump into another relay to continue farming, because then you're not going to get your bonus, like your 10k bonus or your 6k bonus, whatever the case may be, because you have to wait for this here timer to run out before you get that bonus, and then you can start playing again. That's what I've experienced so far. Your mileage may vary. There's not a lot of clarification around it right now, but I spent like maybe 2-3 hours doing you know, a bunch of railjack missions this morning to get that rank 3 emblem that I showed you in my inbox, and I ended up only getting, you know, the 2k credits. But then I did, you know, the mix between the grind and the railjack. I waited, and then I got the 6,000 credits. So again, that's just what I found from my experimenting, and it's all about how far you can get up these leaderboards. So if you're in the top spot, you're more likely to get the 10k, and of course you have to stay in this this relay to get it, right? So you can't back out and then go into another one to continue farming. You've got to wait for that timer to run out, and then you can go into another relay. And yeah, but anyway, guys, that is pretty much it for Scarlet Spear and how you do it and all that there type of stuff. So like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more Warframe content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.